Hi everybody, welcome to the Scott Show Smackdown recap. So what we're going to do is we're going to recap the show that happened tonight, Smackdown, and also the first ever Facebook Watch Mixed Match Challenge, which I thought was awesome, by the way. So we're going to do that up here on the Scott Show. We're doing it live, and we're doing it right now. They are in Laredo, Texas. Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, Byron Saxon. I like these three better than I'm not a big fan of Booker T. I actually like how Graves and Phillips and Saxon kind of work together a little bit. So it's really cool. This is the first time I have seen a show start with pretty much a match. I mean, the same people that are going to be in the first match are the ones that are out right now. This is Xavier Woods and Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Maharaja. And it was interesting. So they do the whole match. It was a good match. Really, actually, quite a long match. I was surprised a little bit how long it actually went. But Jinder Mahal ended up winning the match. And he beat Xavier Woods. I mean, it was a great match. The one thing that I hate about Jinder, if they can change it, please, 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 is change that damn finisher. It's terrible. Alright, so Jinder gets to move on to the finals. They do all these Twitter videos of Baron Corbin. They had that one. They talk about Bill Goldberg going to Hall of Fame. They plugged the 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. I want to say it's really stupid because I hate handicap matches. I really do hate handicap matches. But I can see a little distinction starting from Sammy and Kevin on who pins the champ. AJ winning some way. I can see a screw job happen here. So it's really it's going to be a crappy finish anyway. But you might as well throw it in the Royal Rumble since guess what? It's not your main show. Your main match on this is the 2 Royal Rumbles you're going to have. Which I think they need to start with probably the women's one. Just get that heat out early. However they want to do it. AJ calls Kevin and Sammy, calls him Cammy. I think it's hilarious. So I hope that kind of spreads wings and flies a little bit. Then you had Bobby Roode and Mojo Rawley. This match went way too long. It made Mojo look really, really good, and I was quite surprised. Bobby Roode won the match. Man, did they really push Mojo in a loss here. It was kind of crazy. Bobby Roode celebrated, and the Singh brothers started to beat him up. And then they said, well, let's have a match tonight instead of next week. And Daniel Bryan came out and said, yeah, let's have the match tonight. Jinder was mad. He wanted to give Roode 1 full week to think about the match, but it will happen. Your main event tonight, the United States Championship on the line. And then you had the 6-woman tag match between the Riot Squad and Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and that other teammate of theirs. We'll just go with that. So here's the thing about this whole deal. The Riot Squad they're really good. They're 3 up-and-coming wrestlers. I like Ruby Riott. I think that she's got some potential. I think that Absolution Riot Squad kind of thing that you're going to see, you'll see it at the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't think that any of them will get eliminated until you see that. Which would be really shitty to start them out first. This ain't the morning show, so I'm going to say that anyway. But it could be how it goes. You could have Absolution come out, the Riot Squad come out. And I really think, I will call this right now, I think your first 2 women out there are going to be the Ruby Riott and Sonya Deville. I think those are your first 2 women in this match. And they're going to fight. And it's going to just blow a place up. By the way, I talk a little bit in nauseam about this match itself. or about the Riot Squad and what I think about all these different people. Becky Lynch is an amazing performer. Charlotte is an amazing performer. However, when it's pretty much like 2-on-3, when your opponent is absolute, I would call her garbage, but that would be insulting garbage. So Ruby Riott kicks Naomi in the head, and very, very gladly the Riot Squad win this handicap match. I hate handicap matches. So there you go. Naomi got pinned like she should because she's a loser. And the Riot Squad won the match. But perfect. Okay, and then they go back to the Usos talking about their 2 out of 3 fall match. First of all, I'm surprised that one of them's out of jail. I'm surprised they didn't keep him. And I'm surprised they only found liquor. They start going off on Chad Gable and Benjamin. Then they talk about who's who, and I'm glad they don't know who their name is. First of all, that's great. And I just think that they're, I can't wait for them to lose the titles. So the announcers plugged the Mixed Match Challenge, Shinsuke and Natalya versus Balor and Banks. So that's why you're not seeing either one of those two people, Nakamura and Natalya, on, is because they got a match tonight in the Mixed Match Challenge. You do see Nakamura, though, do a Twitter video about winning the Royal Rumble. And the Singh brothers are banned from this main event match. So here we go. The main event of SmackDown, not of Monday Night Raw, but of SmackDown for the United States Champion Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja. This was a good match. It went like 20 minutes. So it was a good match. Jinder and Bobby Roode, they went at it back and forth and back and forth and forth and back until Bobby Roode blocked the Kalos, which is still a stupid finisher, and nails a glorious DDT for the pin and the win. Bobby Roode is your champion. Now, what I have heard rumors is that Dolph Ziggler is coming back to fight the new United States champion. Kind of a unification match between the old and the new champion, blah, blah, blah. If that's the case, it's going to be Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler at the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't mind that match whatsoever. Then we go to the Mixed Match Challenge. Now, first of all, I'm watching this online. I'm watching SmackDown. Then I turn on the Mixed Match Challenge, and the same thing kind of happens, which I thought was really kind of screwed up. I'm watching Bobby Roode get the title, and at the same time, I see Finn Balor coming out. I don't know how that happened, if there's a tape delay or what they did, but it was just really, really weird, and I want to find out about that a little bit. But you had Balor and Sasha Banks come out, and then you had Natalya and Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura is so over. He is so great. And they need to let him win the Royal Rumble. He needs to win the Royal Rumble. Which is probably a great thing what happened tonight. So, Natalya, I've kind of figured out that the women are going to take more of the pin of the loss of these. A lot of men's matches don't normally go 20 minutes when you have guys that are that big on the card. You're not going to have somebody like Balor and Nakamura fight and take a few punches and then get a pin. So I wasn't surprised that the women got the pin, or the submission in this case, as Sasha Banks made Natalya tap to the Banks statement. A good match. It was a really kind of fun match to watch. So I was really pleased with it, really happy with the outcome, and I will definitely watch again. This amazing Mixed Match Challenge. So I will definitely watch again, especially when Braun Strowman lays those hands down on somebody. And there you go. I will watch that and laugh. All right, so folks, I want to thank you guys for listening to the Scott Show podcast, checking out this little SmackDown recap we do every day, or every Tuesday. And we'll see you guys a little later here on thescottshow.com.